Welcome to Focus Friday, and this week on this video I'm looking at building in doing the easy, not the hard approach to managing care settings. So let's look for an example of care file audits so that I can take you through the principle. You've had an audit. They've identified that some of the care files they looked at were not up to date, they didn't have appropriate risk assessments in, and they needed reviewing. So you've set yourself an action plan and you've decided that you've got 60 residents, 60 care files, and you need to do 20 a month to get through all the 60 in the 3-month time frame you've been given, which basically means 5 a week, 1 a day. Easy. I'll look at 1 a day. So you're ready to start the next week and you come into work and Monday turns into Manic Monday, and before you know where you are, it's 4:30 and you absolutely haven't got time to do an audit. I'll do one tomorrow. So Tuesday starts, but you've got a poorly resident, and by the time you've sorted out, helped the staff, sorted out the GP, arranged a hospital transfer, supported the family, it's 5 o'clock and you're ready to go home. I'll do one tomorrow. So Wednesday comes, and Wednesday's meetings day. So before you know where you are, it's 3 o'clock and you haven't got time to do 3 audits to play catch up, so you'll do it tomorrow. But now it's Thursday and you've got a new admission and they should have been here at a certain time, but it was a delayed discharge. And when they did come, they didn't have their medicines with them and they were more poorly than you'd expected. So you had to get the GP out to see them, and the family were really unsettled and the staff were quite concerned. And before you know where you are, it's time to go home and you really, really don't feel like doing a care file audit now. Never mind the 4 that you haven't done so far. I'll do them tomorrow. I've got nothing scheduled. Friday comes and you've got some staffing issues and you're now going to have to redo the rota for the weekend, and you're going to have to deal with a particular issue that has raised overnight, the night before, and you absolutely haven't got the time or the energy to start looking at care files, and indeed it's not your priority. So now there's 5 that you haven't done, but it's the weekend and you'll have a regroup, and next week you'll get back on top. So you come into work and Monday's a Manic Monday and you don't get a chance, and Tuesday there's a new admission, and by the time you've sorted everything out it's too late, and Wednesday you've got even more meetings because you've got an area meeting or you've got a meeting with a social worker that's turned up unexpectedly, and Thursday you've got a poorly resident and you need to support them, and Friday you've got staffing, and now you're 10 behind. Time to implement what I call the non-negotiable easies. First step of non-negotiable easies is to decide your easies. I've given an example of care files, but it could be anything. It could be medicine checks that you know you need to do in your service. It could be supervisions because you're behind with them. It could be the file audits. It could be staffing, HR file audits, because that's been picked up as goodness, references missing, or supervision's not in place, or training matrices behind. It might be that you need to check on your maintenance checks and make sure they've all been done. Whatever you would class as your easies that you know you need to keep on top of. And here's the next bit. Add these easies to your existing routine, because a lot of research has proven that if you're picking up a new habit, and doing a new easy could be classed as a new habit, then piggybacking it onto an existing habit that you have makes it far more likely that you'll stick to it. So you are going to have your own routines during your daily work, and it might be that you go around your service first thing on the morning and check that everything's okay, and before you go back in your office you could pick up a care file and audit it then. Maybe you go around at lunchtime and help with meals with everybody because you have protected meal time and you get involved. You could do it straight after that. Maybe you do a walk around at the end of the day and you add it to that. But you're getting the gist. Pick something that you do every day and then add it to that. And here's the benefits of having these non-negotiable easies. Let's take the care files, but it could be medicines, it could be anything that you are seen to regularly check or oversee, because that shows to your staff that you are committed to quality output and that raises their commitment as well. And secondly, and maybe more selfishly, you will feel less overwhelmed and way more in control if you're ticking off tasks day by day, building momentum. So instead of the example I said before, when you wanted 5 care files audited at the end of the week and you found you didn't have any done, think how you would feel on that Friday when you had looked at 5 files, you'd identified what needed doing, and you tasked the staff to do them. How much better you would feel. And then at the end of 2 weeks, you'd have 10 you'd looked at. And at the end of a month, you had 20. So you're halfway through knowing every single care file is where it needs to be. So what I would say to you is, ask yourself, what are your non-negotiable easies? And what routine could you add it to get it up and running? And if you would like the daily crib check sheet that I have created as a diary for me, that I print out every week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday days, that helps me to plot my non-negotiable easies and where I'm going to do them, just click the link down below and I'm happy to send you one. So make a commitment today to implement non-negotiable easies into your daily work routine, because I assure you it will make things so much easier. Good luck.